I think you guys should see something. All right, admin, and
They will make sure you in the picture.
if I say got it, all right. Oh, they are matching with their yellows.
Always coordinated. Always.
My sister, you know we Ghanaians now, we like to play. So I'm sure you are used to it now, right? That's what keeps us young and looking good. It's not the laughter, right? Uh-oh.
Yes.
This is not now, please. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Okay. So we are on live. Let somebody check. Let me check on let me check on my phone. Let's make sure that it's going well on there. Oh. So wow. I just noticed something, but I'm gonna let. Oh, that's Francis. So who's been struggling? Who is Samson that's been struggling all this time? Is this Miss Etta? Okay, so at least you can put some introduction on the chat, okay? Francis, Charlie, this is my guy, oh guys. This guy is in Nigeria, AM,
Okay.
but he loves the Black Queen so much. No, not me. He loves the show, so he came to support, right?
Good morning.
So,
Okay.
Francis, I hope you got some questions. And for the single people, Fine Brother is on the alert, so you can come and look, okay? So we are on though. So, hey, can somebody check to make sure that we are on Facebook? Not Facebook. I think YouTube, because I think that's the only way I was able to connect. But let me get started. So, good evening, everybody. If you are in Africa, more than likely it's AM for you. For my people in Ghana, you are on the scene today. Naja, don't worry, you Naja Day House too. Okay, but it's all about the when I talk about continents today, we're gonna talk about Ghana, Ghana, my motherland. Ghana, my motherland. Okay, sorry. I love all of Africa, but I am Ghanaian first, right? So you're gonna see it through. It's not that I'm being biased. You must love where you come from. Okay, it is important. So tonight we're talking to a very special couple who has blessed me with today, because today is actually a very special day to them, and you're gonna find out why it's a very special day. But they love me so much, they decided to be on my show tonight. I am feeling so special. Okay, so let's stop there. Enough about me. But anyway, so welcome to the show. I am Black Queen. I'm your one and only host. Like I said, if I call myself Black Queen, don't get jealous. Just get your lover king to call you Black Queen too, because if you look like me, you definitely are a Black Queen. Okay, so every Black woman is their king's Black Queen. Okay, but anyway, so the show is about love, 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 love. We call it When the Continent, or When Diaspora Meets the Continent. And so many things are coming out of this continent and diaspora interaction. We're loving it so much. And first of all, we want to say that the show is about uniting people back home, the continent, and of course, those in the diaspora. We want to try to connect every possible way, because we know that is a way forward in terms of claiming our power back. Okay. So this is all part of that particular project that we are working on. But today we're talking about one particular couple, right? And their story is beautiful and they are making it work. Guys, this is, man, you got to put some things on there. I don't know what you do. YouTube, type something, because even falling in love on the same continent and working it is not an easy feat. I'm not going to lie. I've been there, done that. I was married to my own Ghanaian man. I'll leave it at that. I'm not saying I'm having any issues. Actually, right now I'm single. I'm very single. But I'm telling you, if you see somebody who said they've been married 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4, you guys are 5, right? 5 years?
Mhm.
Woo! You better make some noise. For real. It's not easy. Oh. Me, I lasted for 10 years. I lasted for 10 years, and that's not easy. I never respected people when they say, oh, I'm married for 2 years. I say, wait, I'm married for 50 years. I say, what? Me too, I'll get there. But I'm telling you, now when I see somebody say they married for even 1 year, I get down. I say, hey, glory to you, respect. It's not easy. Now, these guys, they have actually connected, not on the same continent, hey, across the ocean. They found each other, their eyes met, and they were like, and the love thing pulled them together. Okay, I wasn't there. I'm gonna let them tell us how they met. Okay, but we have today with us Mr. and Mrs. Asamoah. And if you're Ghanaian, you know Asamoah is one of our own. It's a Ghanaian name. Yes, he's a brother, and he has found love with this beautiful brother. You get eyes. You get eyes. You know when I say he get eyes, you know what I mean. He
Yeah,
get
I got you.
Oh, this is a very beautiful sister, right? The skin is bright. Oh my goodness, chocolate. What can I say? Black is beautiful. Black and black love. There is nothing like it. You know, I know you're feeling hot. Go outside and get some cool air, and then come back and let's continue the show. Okay. But we are here with some of my friends who are gonna be, throwing in some questions to help all of us. Because there's a lot of people who wants to be in the situation that you are, but they're afraid, right? Falling in love across the continent, there are dangers. There are, like I said, there's good, there's bad, there's ugly, and there's all kinds of in between, right? There's even evil. But that should go away from us. We're not talking about that. We are talking about the good stuff that comes with love. Yeah, I like love. I'm a romantic. I love love. But anyway, it's not about me today. It's about these beautiful people that I'm looking at. So if you're looking at them from your wherever, TV, I don't know, wherever you're watching, for whatever, I believe my eyes. If your eyes are not working good, or maybe you have light up and you are using candlelight, it's okay. These people, they are beautiful. I'm telling you. I'm going to be asking the lady what are the secrets, right? So I can continue polishing my own, Anyways, so they will tell us all about it, but be taking notes, right? Because if you want to be in a situation that they have found themselves, you need to know stuff. You have to be knowledgeable, right? To see how they manage to make it work, okay? Despite the fact that they were raised in different parts of the world, okay? So, Mr. and Mrs. Asamoah, welcome to the show. You are, I think they call it the main course in America. You're the main course. We're not going to eat you, but you're the main course because it's all about you, okay?
Okay.
But Francis, do you want to, I'm going to let them just introduce themselves 2 minutes, just a quick intro. And then my other people on can also give this a minute intro. And then we will start with the questions, okay?
Okay.
Who is going to talk first? Mr. and Mrs.
Okay, so I am Shalanda Asamoah, and this is Daniel Asamoah, my husband. I am originally from America. I was born in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and he is from Kumasi, Ghana. And yeah, we met abroad while I was on vacation on the last day of my vacation. And yeah, there's more to the story. So we will continue as the program progresses.
Okay, we have some interference. I don't know if can you guys hear anything?
Yeah,
Are you hearing interference too?
Can you hear us?
Oh, I'm hearing you, but there's some type of interference. So I'm trying to kill
We
it.
can hear you. Can you hear us? We have microphones. I hear you very
Are you
clear.
guys okay? Or am I the only person hearing the interference? Forgive me, guys. I have interruption. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, I figured it out. Sorry. Some noise in the background, but I think we're good now. So please, I'm so sorry. See, some devil was trying to get in the way. So we're gonna go back to the Mr. and Mrs. again because I didn't hear much of what you said. So please, forgive me. Come back. I killed that devil. Okay, so you can do it again. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Great.
Okay. I am Shalanda Asamoah.
And I'm Daniel Asamoah.
And my husband is Daniel Asamoah. And we met in 2017 in the United Arab Emirates. And that's the beginning of our love story. And so we can give more details as the program progresses. But at the present moment, we're in the USA together, and he's been here since December 27, 2023. So he's brand new to the US.
Chai, you see the way love, she didn't know the year. Hey, love is sweet. Oh, love is sweet. Hey, who said love is not sweet? You see the way she's smiling. Ha! If you find good love, I beg, keep it, Love is sweet. It is good. It is like coconut juice. Oh, okay. No mind. All right. So thank you so much for coming. Honestly, I'm honored, right? I'm really honored that you chose me today because I know today is a very special day for you guys, right? And so I'm gonna be God will bless you for coming to me today.
Amen.
I'm not saying that He won't bless you if you didn't come, but He will bless you double, in
Amen.
fact, quadruple, double, everything. Okay. Amen. Say amen. And then we
Amen.
Amen.
carry on. So,
Amen.
Amen.
so
Amen.
now my friend, my newest number one fan on this whole planet. Please, Mr. Francis, say something.
Good morning from Nigeria.
You have done well.
Good morning and good evening
Morning.
from here.
It's a pleasure joining the show tonight because it's I think it's 2 a.m. here in Nigeria. So I'm hoping to, get to learn some new things from you, our couples who are here with us, and hopefully to share my experiences too, because I've been into something as well. So I'm hoping to share my experiences and hopefully to get to learn more as well from you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We could just call him my number one fan for now, okay? But seriously though, this guy is a very good guy. Like I said though, those who are single, I beg, make you take notes. See, it's even 2 a.m. in Nigeria, and this man is still looking for a fine. Ha! Somebody should wonder what you go look like when you go polish says, eh? Don't mind me. Today is about Mr. Mrs Asamoah. So I think this other person that we have is having problems with the connection. I don't know if you can hear us, but when you're ready to introduce yourself, please just send me a message so that I can let you introduce yourself. Okay. So
Okay.
I may have a couple of people who will stop by because they just think your story is very fascinating and beautiful. Okay. So when they come in, we'll talk. But right now, Francis, prepare your questions so that I'm gonna start with the conversation. Okay. Again, if
Okay.
you're just joining us, I am the Black Queen. I'm hosting the show, and I have some special guests with me today. They're gonna be sharing what it's all about when we talk about love between the continents. Let's call it like that. So the show tonight is all about when the diaspora meets the continent, and the result is love. Okay. All right. I'm too excited for this. What is my wahala, right? Okay, I'm gonna calm down. Okay. So of course, itching ears want to know. We want to know, how did it happen? How did it start?
Okay, cool. Baby, you want me to start?
Okay, start.
Okay, so I went on a 2 week personal retreat to the United Arab Emirates.
Mhm.
And on my last day of my vacation, I went and hung out at Corniche Beach in Abu Dhabi. And so I had already spotted him from afar. He was in these bright orange shorts. He was running, along the beach shore, sweating, these six-pack abs. I'm like, okay, he's a nice looking guy. And then he just came and introduced himself to me and asked me to sit with me. And I was like, sure, you can sit with me. And then later on, he was like, well, what are you doing tomorrow? And I was like, well, I'll be back in the USA. And he was like, well, let's go out tonight, hang out. And I was like, okay. I was like, I had met somebody in Dubai and they had told me about the African clubs in Abu Dhabi. He was like, yeah, I know where all the African clubs are. And I was like, okay, well, I got these Groupon to go to this, to get these drinks at this revolving restaurant, and funny enough, the revolving restaurant was like walking distance from the African clubs he was trying to take me to.
Where you staying?
Yeah, exactly. And so we end up like hanging out like all that night until the wee hours in the morning. So until it was time for me to go to the
Yes, what?
airport.
Airport.
But yeah, but the thing is, I was like, I wasn't gonna see him anymore because he didn't have any money. I was like, you ain't got no money.
No,
He
but
told
I
me
saw your
that
original.
he said he had sent all his, he said he sent all his money to Ghana so he wouldn't spend it or whatever. But I was like, I just want to have a good time. So I was like, I don't mind. I'd already, when you go on vacation, you budget everything already. So I was like, I got money to spend. Let's just have a good time. I'd already told myself, I was like, I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna open myself to just experiences or whatnot. And I had forgot the day before I had dinner by myself, and I had told God, I was like, I don't want to go on vacation again by myself or with some more girls. I want to go with a man, and I want him to take my pictures, and I want him to hold my bags, carry my bags, or whatever. But I had totally forgot about
Carrying the bags.
that. He's been carrying my
Hello.
bags since that day. So, and so I had already said that I wasn't going to see him, anymore after that. I was like, I just want to have a good time.
Why do you say I don't want to see it?
I was like,
Because he said no.
because you can have no money.
Because he didn't have
Exactly. I mean, he
money.
had no money.
I'm
He had
sorry.
no money on him.
I not able
He
to
said
buy
he
it.
ain't got
Yeah,
money.
exactly. So I was going to see
He
him.
ain't got money.
Exactly.
We'll talk about that.
You have to make your expectations clear up front. And so after that, so when I was on my way back home, I had got bored, so I texted him or whatnot. And then ever since then, we've been like we was talking. And so later on, like probably like in January or something, I was telling him, "Oh, I'm planning my next vacation." I was like, "I'm planning my birthday trip to South Africa." And he was like, "Well, I can't go to South Africa." And I was like, "Why? You're from the continent of Africa. Why you can't go to South Africa?" He was like, "Well, just my passport or whatever." And he was like, "Well, I got a friend who lives in Thailand." He said, what you think about spending your birthday in Thailand?" And I went and looked up Thailand. I was like, "Oh, it's 30 baht to $1." I was like, "Okay,
That's how you
Thailand
be.
looking good."
That's how Americans be looking at it. They be looking at the conversion rate. So we are learning. We are learning. Right? Ghana government, you be hearing. Okay.
Because
They look at the
because
dollar
it was
to
very
the current.
because
They look at the currency. Okay.
South Africa is very expensive. It really is. And so yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Okay, so let's go to Thailand." And so he at that time he wasn't with the team, but but he was with an amateur team. But
He
he
play. He
like
plays soccer.
literally
That's why
he
he
plays
plays
football.
soccer.
Yeah. And
American people
so
say
he
soccer. Oh, Americans call
yeah,
it soccer. I'm
soccer.
becoming American.
Yeah.
Oh. Football. Foot. You kick with
Yeah,
your foot. It's football. Okay. Let's go.
exactly. And he literally worked so hard to make sure that my birthday was like, he worked so hard to let me know that my birthday was very important. And so he ended up, playing all these different, like in these different leagues, making money. And then we end up meeting in Thailand for 2 weeks. When I got there, he was like, "Okay, well, I didn't have money when I first met you." And he's like, "Bam, here's $1,000 for the whole trip."
Wait, oh, this one is love. Oh. In fact, don't let his mama hear this. Oh. I mean, you mean Thailand dollars or American dollars?
No, this is American dollars. He gave me
Hey, Papa loves with
$100
you.
bills.
Loves with you. I just want to say that this man really loves you because you can. I'm converting the 1,000 into Ghana money now. Papa
And
loves
then
you.
the point,
He
and
really, 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 really loves you.
let me tell you, this is the crazy part about it. And he was leaving the UAE. He was going back to Ghana, and so he was starting back from scratch. I was like, "Why would you give me your last, knowing you was going to Ghana or whatever?" He was just
Love.
like,
It's called love. We love it. When African man loves a woman, he go give her his money. It's called love. It's love. Oh. Somebody should come and give me their last. Oh, somebody should come and give me their last. Someone should come and give me their last money. I'll marry them. Okay.
And mind you, I was making so much more money than he was at that time, and he still gave me his last. And so that's how it happened. And when I tell people all the time that that I go on vacation all the time with my family, but that 2 weeks we stayed in Thailand was so phenomenal. It was like no arguments. We just had such a wonderful time, and it was just a grandiose time with someone I only met the second time in person. Literally, we met less than 24 hours when we first met, and then the second time we spent 2 weeks together, and
Okay.
it was just
Let us hold on for a second, though, because this thing, I have to say some things. First, I want to say that, forgive me, if I was an American person right now, I'll be crying because it's so beautiful. But I reject the tears that are coming in my eyes in the blood of Jesus because I am not American, I'm a Ghanaian. And we don't cry when we are happy like that. So forget that. I'm not going to cry, I'm not gonna cry, but that is a beautiful story. Let me just jump in a little bit. Let the audience take it in. Now we are advising as we go, right? You guys notice that she did say at first he had no money, and we're all like, mm-hmm. And then when he showed up again, he had money, right? He had worked hard and he had saved money. It's not that women love money. It's not that women love money. I want to just say something here. She said, even though she made more money, he still worked hard and he brought some money and put it on the table. Let's just say that. Like, this is for our vacation. I like that because men always like to say, oh, women are after money. It's not that. But you want to have a guy who is always willing to put his best foot forward. That is, even if he doesn't have it, you know what I'm saying? He showed that what he did shows that even if I'm dying, I go hang you my money. This is what you men need to understand. It's not about the money, but it's about the love and the care, right? The affection behind the money. The money was more now. To him, it's like when you don't. I'm not coming to preach because I'm not a preacher. Jesus has not appointed me. I'm not anointed yet. So I'm gonna say it like this. In the Bible somewhere, the story goes that rich man and poor person go to church, and then the rich man puts $1 million in there. God is saying, he didn't say anything. Then a poor person came and put $1, and Jesus and God are like, this is a very good man, right? Do you know why? Because that $1 to that man, that's his last money. He's going home to die. That's what he's thinking. But he should still give it to God. So it's the same kind of thing when you're a man and you are falling in love with a lady. She may have a lot, but what you have to demonstrate is that even if I have my last, I'm willing to give it to you. I don't think it's because women want so much money. Yes, it's good to have a comfortable life. I think now in Nigeria, they go say soft life. You don't want hard life where money is beating you and stuff like that. You want soft life. But the thing is that when you meet a young man and he demonstrates this, how can you not fall in love with him? I beg you, don't get mad. I'm not falling in love, okay? I'm not falling in love yet now. So I'm just saying what he did. I'm trying to teach because a lot of African men are in the same boat. They're like, okay, I want to date this American lady, but I don't really have that much money. So instead, they might start asking for money, which I think scares women because that sounds like when you start asking for money, it's like, okay, am I going to be secure in this relationship? Right? Is he going to give me I think women, we are wired to take care of people, but it's important that the person that we choose to put our trust in and give our life to, it's important for that person to make you feel secure. So this one is going for all those men who have money in your pocket, but you don't want to spend on your wife. You want to spend it on side cheek and left cheek, back cheek, and front cheek. All that cheek you are doing. Concentrate. Give your money to your wife. Trust me. Anyway, I'll stop preaching. So we are coming back. So that is what this one.
So let me make another point too. So I see that as sowing a seed. He sowed a seed into his future wife. And before we left Thailand, that seed manifested into a contract, a professional football contract with the best football team in the UAE. He had never played professional in the UAE. He only played amateur. And after he sold that seed into our vacation, he got a call while we was on vacation to come back to the UAE to come play professionally. Because he was leaving, he wasn't coming back. When he was going to Thailand, he was going straight to Ghana because he was like there was no opportunities in UAE for him.
So he ended up staying there. He didn't go back to Ghana. Did you end up staying there, Daniel?
Yeah, from Thailand I came back to.
He came back. He had a ticket. He had a ticket from Thailand to go to Ghana. He had to change his ticket to go back to the UAE because people were calling him to come and play for their team.
Sometimes your destiny is somewhere else. So, anyways, it's a beautiful story. All I can say is that the stars were lining up, and I can see that she's a godly woman. Honestly, I mean, a godly woman is good. A godly man is good. To each. I'm a person who don't discriminate. I mean, to be good does not mean that you have to be a churchy person. We all know what is right and what is wrong. All I say is that in life, if you want to know who will go to hell and who will go to heaven, it's simple. If somebody slap you and you don't like it, don't slap somebody because that means you are going to hell. That's wrong and right. Very, very simple. You don't have to go and sit at church and pray with the Pope and anything like that. Simple. What is done to you that hurts you when you do to somebody else is wrong. It's a sin. call it like that. So I'm glad that you guys had that spiritual also, because that also helps with the relationship, right? I can see that she has a lot of faith. She's a woman who, is spiritually inclined. I can see that from
Yes.
the way she's talking, right? So, Papa, you found good though. Anyway, so far, I'm getting impressed with the woman, small. But Francis, do you have a question or anything before I go to the next one? Because I know they still have a lot, So, you have anything yet, or are you still listening?
I'm still listening, and I'm still thinking of ways to throw my questions. So maybe they should go on.
Okay. All right. So that she's told us how they met and how him sowing the seed, ended up generating to something very special. So now he got a chance and then he moved to go live in Thailand, right? To play for a team over there. We're talking about
No,
football.
no Thailand.
So, so
Go
he
back to
vacationed in Thailand. He went back to the
UAE.
UAE.
Oh, okay. So how long did you stay there before you came to the US to be with YC?
UAE?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived there like 9 years.
Wow.
I stayed there 5 years before I met my wife.
Okay, so then 4 years later you joined her.
Yeah, 4 years, right? So
4 years.
yeah,
Okay, this is
yeah,
the thing. So I quit my job and I went to move with him.
yes.
So I
After
met
I
him
came
in
back,
2017,
yeah,
had a long distance relationship in 2018. 2008, December the 31st, 2018, I uprooted my life and
17.
I went 2018 and I moved with him in the UAE. We lived together for 4 years there in the UAE.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me say this. You as a sister, right? Here, because I've been in America for a long time. So I know how, black on black relationships are here. Unfortunately, the media does not really give a good spin, though I know that there are good relationships out there. But I've personally have encountered some brothers that are not so. And I'm not gonna only say African American men, because some of our African dude over here, men, it's kind of like they are like kids who have been put in a candy shop for the first time. They're just picking this and picking this and picking that. And there's a reason, because American society is when it comes to picking up girls, the guys will say, right? It's not so difficult, I mean, I've been in Africa for so long, but when I was young and I was in Africa, right? Even if you move closer to a girl, you are sitting there and you move closer to her, she'll be like, "Brother, I don't like that, though. I don't like that. Why are you getting close? I don't." Because that's how we were raised. It's like, I think if you get close enough, there's gonna be pregnancy. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not gonna talk about Ghanaians and sexual education. I'm not gonna talk about that. But it's different in the US. But what I want to say is that what gave you that confidence and trust to even, pretty much give up your life and then join him? What gave you that confidence?
I honestly, I always wanted to live abroad, and I just thought that he was kind of like the gateway for that to happen. But in addition, he was so open to like suggestions of whatever I wanted to do. And when I told him my life dreams, he didn't say it wasn't possible. He was like, "Oh, that's easy." You know what I
Like
mean?
you
Oh,
like
that's
what?
not.
You
Yeah,
say you
he was
like
very
what?
encouraging.
She said she
Yeah,
like
that's
what?
it.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, I was saying that he was just super encouraging or whatever. When I shared my dreams with him, he
Dreams,
didn't talk
dreams.
down on my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, "Oh, that's possible." And then when I
Mm-hmm.
asked him to fast with me for 40 days, he was open to that, to fast with me. And he had never fasted before. And
Chai!
so I think, and then he would pray with me. And so, yeah, that, and then also his biblical background. He's a 7 Day Adventist. So him knowing, even though he's not as, he doesn't
Yeah.
do as much. I'm extra. He doesn't do as much as I do when it comes
You
to
do
my faith.
extra.
But the point of the matter that he's very wise, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and so
Let,
and
let,
it, and it
let me
just like
just jump in real quick, because you looked at him and you smile. So the question I'm gonna say is that I can see that she's very, very spiritually inclined. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to call it religious, because religion is just going to church. But when I talk about spiritual, is like you have a relationship, with whoever you believe to be supreme. did you have that type of a relationship before, in terms of your spirituality, before you met her?
Yeah,
Yes, you.
I
Okay.
was believing in God all the time. So
So you are going to church.
all the time, go to prayers
Eh.
and stuff. Yeah.
Because as for me, I won't lie. Oh. Right now, if you come to propose to me and you tell me I should fast for you 40 days, Papa, that is where I say I'm the wrong person.
Yeah, because I was shocked that okay, I believe in God everything already, but I was shocked. Okay, first time I met, she just telling me to fast. I believe in those things already. So I
But she
was
said
saying,
you had not
okay,
fasted before.
yeah, no, I fast, but 40 days I never done that
I
before.
know
40 days
40
too
days.
much.
Me, I would think that if I know it for 40 days, I'm not Jesus, so I
Yes,
beg, I will die.
right. You
So,
see, so I was shocked. I say, yeah, can I fast 40 days?
and
So
still live.
sometimes no, I did it, but
You did it, did
I
you?
didn't do all
So
the
when
40
people
days.
say 40 days, does it mean that you did not eat at all? Or you eat and then you break and
No,
then
no,
you.
no. You eat, maybe fast from 6 to 12. You understand? So you
Uh-huh.
break it and so
Please don't
it's
call it
not
40
like
days
dry
now.
fasting.
Don't call it 40 days
You
because that
know,
one, my heart just jumped into my stomach. Chill. If you know it's 40
no,
days
it's not
now, I
only
think
Jesus
you
did that.
die, right?
No, you know how Ghana is fast. You can fast
I mean,
from
I
6
wasn't
to 12,
fasting. I
6 to
don't know how
6.
to fast. I like to
Okay.
eat.
Feel like Muslim fasting. Okay, how Muslim they do the Ramadan also.
Uh-huh. Yes.
So they start from
Like that.
6 and
That's how
break
they
like
do
6.
it. So you
So
break and
it's
then you
like
enjoy
6.
your food and start over the next
Yes,
day.
yes. So you can do it now 40 days.
Ah,
You
Miss
don't
Etta
like,
is able.
yeah.
I can see Miss Etta now. Hello, one of my other guests. Well, she's gonna be coming on as a guest later on, but today she's gonna help with the questions and stuff. So welcome, Miss Lady. Don't
Thank
feel
you. Can you hear me?
yes, we hear you very well now. Thank you
Oh,
for coming.
good, good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Francis, don't feel bad though, but her connect sister Etta is also connected to Ghana. So you only be the only Niger today, but I beg, don't feel sad. You know, Nigeria and Ghana, we are brother and sister now, right?
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
just that our jollof is, the number one. Ghana jollof number one, Nigeria
Yes,
jollof
of
number
course,
two.
yeah.
That's all,
So yeah,
right?
they know. They know, right? Nigerians know.
Uh-uh. Anyways,
Don't
so
start.
let's
Don't start.
continue.
Nigerians
Hey,
know.
don't.
Let's go back to the
Nigerians know
fasting.
already. Yeah.
Let's go back to the fasting. But yeah, I'm so happy you said that because these 40 days, before somebody listen to this show and say they must fast 40 days and dies, then they will
No,
be
no,
suing
no.
black women. I did not tell you. They said they break their. If you want to know about 40-day
Mm,
fasting, please call them. They Mr. and Mrs. Asamoah, they know how to do it. Me, I don't know how to fast. Some of us God created us. Now fasting not being in the blood. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so let's continue. All right. So I just wanted to know if you was that spiritual inclined before you met, because sometimes if marriage sometimes it requires people to be on the same length when it comes to spirituality, right? Because like sometimes one person is saying, "Let's pray," the other person is like, "Charlie, what is your problem? Me, I'm tired. I just want to sleep." Mhm. So do you find yourself as much in that sense?
yeah,
Like,
for me, yeah, yeah,
but you said she's extra.
yeah. It's true. She's more powerful than me for them, and
So she prays more. She's a prayer warrior in the family.
Mhm.
So she don't
Yes.
do you like bedtime when Papa is
No,
ready to go to
sometimes
bed.
yeah, sometimes she done it, but I say no, please. Let's read this Bible verse, and then I say, please, I'm tired. I can't do it. You just do it for me. I'll do my own
I'm
later.
saying you because I know what I am saying. Because when I was married before, me, I married a person who is a man of God.
It's true. It's true.
Me, I don't always pray when I'm going to bed. Come see marriage. Now it's like, babe, let's pray. I'm like, eh? I mean, I said I love God though, but sleep there my eye. It's not easy. So if you're thinking about
Mhm.
marrying, it's important for you to consider that part of it. You want compatibility because sometimes when you want to sleep and this person too, especially if they go to my mother's
Yes.
church, eh, da, 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 da,
Yes.
da, 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 and all you want to do is have peace of mind and just sleep in your own bed. It becomes a big quarrel, right? So consider those spiritual compatibility when you are thinking about marriage. We are here to help, to advise. Right? All right. So
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what I learned. I learned this is that you just have to do your thing. You know what I mean, and don't
you have to
force the other person to be like you. Everybody's individual
Yes.
or whatever. So in the beginning, it was a problem. So I'm like, hey, let's do Bible study, let's do devotion, let's do this, let's do that. But now it's just like, I'll just do my own. If he wants to join, he'll join, or I can share with him what I've learned or whatever. But I don't
That's good.
force it on him because, salvation is a personal decision. Your relationship with God is a personal decision. You know what I mean? So in the
Right.
beginning, yeah, I did try to force it on him, but as our relationship progress, I realized that that's something that he has to do on his own.
So we are all learning you. When you marry somebody, you still have to consider because when you marry somebody, everything is not going to line up 100%. Let's just forget about that fallacy. It's like, oh, you're gonna meet and it's gonna be like magic and everything will be falling into place, right? Who lied? Everybody lied about that one. So, all I'm saying is that you might get 70%. That is very good. And then the ones that is not do or die affair, you just, let the person be, right? Because if you marry somebody and they want you to pray all the time, you are going to hell because you'll be praying with your eyes closed. And the fire this lady that is pouring me to see. Instead of praying for the family, you'll be praying against the person. Trust me. There's nothing stranger than praying and being mad whilst you are praying. God will deal with you. And that was for people who they are going to go to special hell. So do not be mad and be praying for I call it poison prayers. Don't do it. I beg you. Save yourself from hell. Okay, back to where we are. Okay, so then once he was okay, so you guys, so you only did the long distance thing from 218,
1 year.
right?
We
One.
did from two to for we did from two. It was we met on December 24th, 2017. And then
Mhm.
I moved to be with him December 31st, 2018. So literally a little bit over a year.
All right. So the reason why I asked that question is this. I'm gonna follow up. I wanted to ask your question. If you had not met physically, in fact, yours is a different story because a lot of people that are in the situation you are, they actually fell in love maybe without meeting each other before. But yours is different though because you actually met each other physically. So at least the fire was there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I'm gonna go there. The fire. When I say fire, what I mean is that the electricity, like when you met, it was like, you have chemistry when you met, right?
Yeah, we have chemistry when we met. I think that's
No,
everybody.
no. See, when you
The
met,
second time, not the
okay, the
first
second,
time, but the second time. The first time,
the first time I was thinking,
yeah, I
the first
The
time
wasn't.
I was
first
thinking you
time.
are from Africa. Because I never, for me, I never go to beach to talk to any lady there before.
Oh,
Yeah,
you thought
no,
she
I
was
never did
from
that
Africa.
before. So when I saw, yeah, I thought she's from Africa. I
Ah,
thought she's from Africa. Yeah.
was she wearing African clothes?
No, you were wearing some,
A
you were
bathing suit.
some, yeah,
I think I was from Africa because I was very revealing, and
Oh,
African
you were
women don't.
wearing bathing suit. Hey, so she was wearing Kyoto.
you were some, oh,
That
you
was a
know,
very clear
I know,
see-through
but I
thing.
see because this is,
And I've seen African women at the beach in the UAE. They wear shorts and shirts. They don't wear bathing suits. So you could
so
have thought I
Ah,
was
really?
African.
no, you have something to cover the bikini.
Okay,
Okay,
it was
Eh?
sheer though.
guess what?
Sheer. It was
She
see-through.
it says see
What
through.
to do now?
No,
I
no,
didn't
no.
see you like,
Brother,
bikini.
they said love is blind though. When you saw her, you didn't see, you just saw Angel. Ah, that's
Yeah,
all you saw. Because she's telling you
yeah,
she was
yeah,
wearing something revealing, but for some reason, something about you made him feel like, she's from Africa. So this
yeah.
guy, I
Because
can see him. This one, it looks like the type of Ghana man that is, he don't like trouble. He just
No, he
stays in the
doesn't like
corner.
trouble.
Am I
Yeah.
right?
It's very interesting because I always say this because he's very quiet. He's an introvert. He's to himself. I'm like, how did you get the courage to come and talk to me? Because he's
yeah,
not the type of person that talks to
but
strangers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can read my Ghanaian brothers like that because the way it's going, But I think, this is a case of I don't want to talk. My wife will talk for me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody in the family has to be able to talk. So quiet men like that, I have some of them in my family. I have some people
yeah,
like
that's
that.
what I just my wife.
So it's like
That's true.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
somebody has to do the talking. But it's like it's working out well. You have to push him here and there and stuff, but it's like balancing out, right?
Yeah, it took a minute because I told people the first year it was more like vacation for us because
Mm,
I was traveling. I went like to 8 different countries the first year I moved over there. Because in UAE you're so close to everything, so I was
you're
taking
just
advantage
traveling.
of being overseas. And then the second year was a pandemic. He had got like released from his team, and then I had to get a job. She had already
Mm,
talked about that. I was
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
already told him I didn't want to work. And he was like, "It's okay, you don't have to work." But then, the pandemic happened, and so there was no football games going on. So,
Mm,
I had to, tie up my bootstraps and get back into the working environment. And then I think he was a little depressed from not like playing and not providing. So we had to seek counsel. So we actually found a lady who was a Ghanaian, but she
mhm,
actually lived in the US for like decades, and she was able to advise us, and help us with our relationship, give us,
mhm,
counsel or whatever. And it was like that third year, we was in our good place because he
third
started
year.
back playing
Third year.
football again. Yeah, he was back playing football again. I was doing a remote job. I was working from home. It wasn't stressful. And then I was, able just to be there for him, 24/7, just making sure that he's good, he's okay, taking care of his needs or whatever.
Hmm.
And then the fourth year, it was like, oh, then it was time for us to, we made an executive decision for me to go back to the US because we had already applied for his visa and was believing God that, he was going to come or whatnot. And so it
Okay.
took about 3 years for us to get into that
Third
space
year.
where
Third
okay,
year. That's
we understand each other, because you got to get to know your partner, and your
mhm,
partner
mhm.
has to get to know you. And so we studied each other, and then we learned each other, and we knew how to work together as a team.
So I was taking some notes. So because just trying to kind of follow your journey. So you feel like in your particular case, but the third year before you were kind of feeling like settled in, if I may use that word, right? But the first year,
It was
there
fun. The first year was just fun. You know what I mean? We were
uh-huh,
just having fun. You know what I mean?
fun. But
Yeah,
but
it
when
was
did
just
you
fun.
For the first
when
year, yes, you
exactly
don't
when exactly did you do the traditional marriage? Like what?
So we actually went to, it was more like an elopement. We went to
Ghana.
Mhm.
um the Kamasi marriage assembly in
You're in
Ghana,
Kumasi,
and we
right?
just
Yeah.
went there. Yeah, and we took his mom, his brother, his sister, and then a friend, and we just
Mhm.
went there and we did that, and then we signed the documentation. We didn't really do a marriage. It was more like an elopement per se. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like, so you didn't do in the traditional stuff. You did I guess you call it the
Very
government
course,
kind of
yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
government. Yeah.
Okay. And have you done that, or do you plan to do the traditional? And now you already
We
got the
said
woman, so you don't need to do
we
anything
told
else.
ourselves, we said 10 years we wanted to do something. In 10 years we wanted to do like probably a big thing where we can invite all the people we met in the UAE, USA, Ghana, and
Yeah.
just do something big. Yeah.
All right. We're learning usually, because usually for a young man when he's about to get married, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. So my brother was like, "Are they safe though?" No, but let's because usually it's a lot of work, I mean, for people who go there, I want to try.
Mm.
If it is the
Yeah,
reverse,
okay,
right?
yeah.
If it is the reverse
Yeah,
and
yeah,
she's
it's
from
true, it's
Ghana,
true. I
there's because I
understand
don't
you
want,
right.
some people I don't want, because people listen to the show and they're like, oh, they made it so easy for him. How come you're telling me to bring this and bring that and bring that? It's not that. We do have
Yeah, yeah,
traditional
yeah.
ways
Okay,
of
I understand you, yeah.
marriage process, right? So
Mm.
if you
Yeah, he
and the
didn't bring
woman,
nothing. We ain't get no alcohol. I ain't get no fabric. I didn't get nothing.
you didn't get, yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's true. But because I know our culture, but
mhm,
I say I want to give brother money, like I want to say, you still free,
yes,
right?
yeah, kuntasika
And
mitsipa.
okay, and she told me, no, why was I give my brother's money? I said, okay, then I thank God. Okay,
Eh, is
you
it?
know, yeah,
Eh,
I thank God for.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But it's like, because I was just, somebody was texting me the other day and they said, oh, she's trying to marry somebody in Africa and they're asking this and this and this and this. And he was like,
Yeah,
why
they
all
ask a
this?
lot of things. Yeah.
So the reason is that, because what he mentioned is called brothers' money. So this is the idea.
Hello.
In
Mm-hmm.
Africa, women are, let me just do a quick synopsis. In Africa, women are important everywhere. But in the family in Africa, the woman holds a very important economic role. Okay. When you have a young woman in the house, she's fetching water, right? She might be doing business to support the family and those kind of things. She's the one who's cooking for the brothers and the father and all those things, right? Now, when she marries, and at home, usually when she marries, she leaves and goes to live with her husband. So there is a vacuum in the house, right? Now, who's gonna cook? Now, and she doesn't have any other sisters, then that means the mother is gonna start cooking and all. So you're supposed to compensate them somehow. You can never compensate for everything that she has brought to the family, right? But they call it, like, I know the Ghana people. I'm Ghana, from southern Ghana, so I know that some of the things they will say, oh, you bring new cloth to replace what the cloth that she peed in when she was a baby, then she destroyed her mother's clothes. You replace those things, and then so those monies that they may ask you to bring represents, oh, I'm replacing certain materials that she destroyed when she puked into it, and all those things. So it has its place. And then what he just said, Akuntasika, is money that goes to your brother. If you have more than one brother, it goes to brothers, because African brothers are charged with what? Looking after their sisters. Okay. So if he didn't do a good job, some guy would have come and impregnated the girl along the line, and then so if the brother is able to keep good, look after the sister very well, and now she's getting married to a good man and all that stuff, the good man is like, hey man, brother, here, take this for doing a good job. That's it. So you should, I know, unless you don't love your brother. I'm just kidding. But I know there's nothing like that.
But no, what we did instead, we literally did a 3-month honeymoon, and we traveled throughout Ghana. We actually went to places that he had never been, and he had lived in Ghana all his life. We went all the way to the Volta region. We also went to Cape Coast. We just literally just traveled.
And I just want to say this.
Yeah.
And I want to say that you are so right. I don't want people to be surprised by what she just said. I'm from Accra. I can count how many places I've been. I've been to Cape Coast, I've been to Ebori. And that's only because I traveled and came back. I don't know. I want to, because people are like, I know two people travel in Africa, but this is the thing. When you live in California, in America, it doesn't mean that you have gone to New York and everywhere else. It's just that when you travel, you get those opportunities. So I'm from Accra. Why should I go to Cape Coast? If I don't have anything doing there, I don't go. We don't do, like, people don't plan on that. African people, we don't know how to do vacation. Let's just say
we are right. We are right.
Vacation, we don't.
It's funny you said that, because he had told me that before we met, he had never been on vacation. Like vacation, he would always just go back to Ghana. He would never go to another country. So we went to Thailand, and that was like his first vacation that we went on. And I remember one time we had did brunch at the Marriott Hotel. And we was telling the gentleman about all the places we've been. He was like, I lived there all my life. And he said, I've never been in those places.
Yeah, it's good to travel. It really is good to travel.
Vacationing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really not part of our culture. And usually it'll be like, why are you going to go waste money?
And I'm from Ghana. Why should I go to Cape Coast? I don't have anybody there. I'm not going to do anything there. So that was it,
Yes. And so this is, I want to jump into some of the challenges that you guys might come across. I know everything is beautiful, we are going, but people are listening into your shoes. I always like to be very transparent, what you can expect. And I like to be real. Okay. So I know everything is not always going to be sweet, because right now, as we are sitting here, she's saying, because I've heard this before from a couple, and it's like, okay, well, my wife wants to go to vacation, and it's like, yeah, but we need to save money. Have you come across that kind of conversation before?
No, he's super supportive. Like anything that I want to do, he's super supportive. He's like, okay, if that's what you want to do it. Or whatever. I think in the beginning what it was, because I had literally been independent for all my life. I had never had a man to live with me. So my thing is that I had to learn to respect him. I had to learn to respect his choices. I had to learn to just, honor him, as my husband. And also I had never, my mom, she was a widow. And so I never saw, a man in our house, whereas he was raised in a 2-parent household. So literally, I had to learn how to be a wife because I didn't know how to be a wife. So that was our struggle. That was our struggle. Me
So how did
just
that play
not
out?
being a Thor.
No,
How
what
did that
happened?
play out
What?
in their relationship? Like her not being used to like a male figure in her, in her family, father, was not there. She didn't grow up with a father like
Yeah,
you,
I'm sorry.
So how did, because that's what I really, really want to know. Because like I said, I'm a Ghana person. I actually married a Ghana person and I'm divorced, right? So, I don't know, because maybe I lived in America too long before I went to go get married. But what I
No,
want to,
I
I want
think
to see how it played out. Where give us the ugly, you know what I mean? Times when you, Mr. Asamoah, felt disrespected by the way something she was doing, right? I want you to think back and give us something like that. Like, what does she do right now that makes you feel like disrespected that you need to address? Because a lot of people who are going to be in the situation, they're going to experience the same thing, because being a woman in America, a black woman at that, in America, is different from being an African woman.
yeah, no, I think like it's like love is like understand. You have to understand it, and especially from different cultures. So some things you have to be easy for her, and you try to tell her what you have to do. You understand? Because you don't know, okay, Ghana, you can't respect man or something. You understand? Most, okay,
I
let me give
want
an
you to be more
example.
specific. Like for you, when you started interacting with her, right? Because you know how Ghanaian women are versus some of the
Yes,
things you've experienced with her, right? So when you were
okay,
getting to know her, right? Where were some things that made you think, "Ooh, this one could be a problem in terms of how she is as a black woman from America?"
yeah, okay, what happens most is we are not, we live in different countries. We are living in different countries. Understand? That's what happens because it's like his parents is not there, family is not there. So if something's happening, okay, say, oh, it's America, maybe you can throw me outside. Okay, no, I'll not do that because okay, I don't know anybody, I don't know anywhere to go. You understand
Ah,
what I mean?
you are saying
Yeah.
things,
So
so let us focus there for a second.
because
So what you're saying is that because both of you were living in UFA, right?
yes,
Right?
yeah, that's your
So
first motive, hundred
that
percent.
wasn't her home that you came to live, where she can say,
Yeah.
I'm so mad at you, get out of my house, which American
Yes.
women do, and they can't do,
Yes.
right?
That's
But in
most
this case, she
very
has
people.
nobody there too. So both of you had to
Yes.
cling to each other, right?
Solve
It's
the
like,
problem.
I'm
Make it
mad at you,
happen.
but
You have
don't
to solve
leave, oh.
you have to
I'm mad
solve the
at you, but
problem.
stay here,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know,
So that
maybe
happens most. So after as time goes on, she understand me, and I also understand it. Okay, this is your culture, and I also know okay, this is what Americans do. So you understand? Because I knew if it's American yesterday, maybe you can push me outside. And imagine if it's winter time, you will die.
if what?
If it's winter,
Winter.
if
Winter,
it's
winter,
cold,
If
hey,
it's cold, yes.
and
cold.
imagine let me throw you outside.
Hey.
What you will do? You never come
Yeah,
back
but
again.
now I know she will never throw you outside because that is we in Ghana you cannot
No,
throw your
I
husband
know,
out
but
your right.
yes, 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 it's
And don't
true. But
forget,
I'm
we
just
usually live. We okay. Should I say that? I'm not gonna even say Ghanaians. I think African society is set up for all of us to be nosy because when you start telling your husband to get out, usually we live close to other people, so they're all gonna come and say, "Why should he get out, madam? Come on, calm down." They try to help you calm the
yes,
situation, right?
yes, yes,
That is
yes.
another thing too that prevents domestic violence in most of where we come from because people are so nosy. In America, I tell you, people will stand there, someone will come and slap a woman, or a woman will slap a man, and nobody will even turn.
Yeah, they'll fight. Nobody will
You will
say
be looking
anything.
at
Yeah.
them and saying, "Somebody help me," and nobody will do anything because they don't want to be sued. But
Yeah.
where we come from, my goodness, somebody slaps somebody. It's like, what did they do? What did they do? Everybody comes and stand there, and then
Mhm.
they
Yeah.
separate people
They
really quick
try to
from that.
separate. Yeah.
So yeah, but I know she will never say my husband get out of the house because she's now a Ghanaian. We have adopted her by force, whether she likes it or not. And so if she does that, me myself, I'll come over there and beat her.
No, no, no,
That
I'm just giving an example because yeah, just
that's
example.
another thing. African sisters can be very, very protective, right? I mean, do you have
Mm,
sisters?
yeah.
That means Daniel. Yeah. How is your relationship
Yes.
with the sisters-in-law? And that's for Madam, Mrs.
I mean, we don't talk like, on the phone or every day or whatever, but we respond to each comments on each other's posts or whatnot. The two sisters that are on social media. But yeah, we don't
Are
like
they older
talk every
than
day
her?
or whatever.
Are they older than her or
The
younger?
one is younger and the two are older.
Okay, so it's more like a cordial type of thing, right?
Yeah, it's not like we talk every day, we chat about stuff, things like that. It's just
Mm-hmm.
more of respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
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 respect. Yeah.
yeah.
But then I'm more of a to myself type of person, even though I'm sociable. I
Mm-hmm.
love my alone time. I'm what you call an introvert or extrovert. Like when I
Uh-huh.
go outside, I'm
You
sociable,
go.
I'm talking to people and whatever. But when I'm by myself, I'm by myself. I'm like reading books,
Me
I'm
too.
journaling.
I think you
Yeah.
just described the word that described me most because when I'm by myself, me too, I like myself alone. But I talk a lot when I'm out. So what is that called again? Introvert,
Extrovert,
extrovert, all
introvert,
in one.
extrovert. It's
So we
actually
are
called
two in
an ambivert. They call it an ambivert.
one.
You're a mix of two.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Ambivert.
I'm gonna start saying that now because I mean, sometimes I'll be somewhere the phone rings, I'm like, you know. But anyway, so I learned a new word today. I'm ambivert.
Ambivert. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to learn things, so you to be learning. If you stop learning, your brain will die before it's time for you to die. So everybody, as you are watching, learn. Okay. So yeah. So I just wanted to see the relationship. What about with his mom? I saw a post, right? You're saying some very beautiful things to the mommy. I like that a lot. But how is
It
your
was her
relationship?
birthday today.
Oh, it really
It
was.
was
I
it was
heard
her
you
birthday
said
today.
blessed day,
Yeah.
so I don't know. Is that a new way to say happy birthday or something? Yeah,
Yeah,
very
it was her
sweet.
birthday today.
All right.
Yeah.
So how is the relationship between you and her?
Yeah, it's okay. It's better because in the beginning, she's, you know, just like moms caring for their sons, especially their first
Mhm.
son. And
Oh,
then
he's
we
the
just had
first.
to have a little he's the firstborn son. So we just had to have a little firstborn son.
Do you
So
have
we
other
had to have
brothers?
yeah, he has one younger brother.
First is this.
Yeah.
But
And
you're
the
the
middle.
first son. You're the
Yeah, first
firstborn.
one, yeah.
Okay, got it.
No,
Yeah,
first the middle. I'm in the middle.
He's in the middle. So there's two
yeah.
sisters before him.
Uh-huh.
5 children total. He's the middle child, but the
Three
first
sisters.
son.
Mhm.
Yeah. So we had to just have a little understanding, and so now we understand one another. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we're
I mean, I'm sure
yeah,
you will continue to understand each other because they say even if you live with a person forever, you never know everything about them. But the attitude, the
yeah.
good attitude is that you keep learning and learning, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
I think I'm asking all the questions, so I'm gonna be quiet for a second, Francis, and then Miss Hector. If you guys have some question or some contribution to make, why don't you jump in?
Um, you know, I don't really know how to fit into the conversation, but well, if I'm going to ask the question because in every
I beg
relationship,
you, you are
Can you
covering
move
your
your
mouth.
hand from your mouth?
Oh my goodness, I become
um,
American person too. Look at that. I said the same thing. So, so
can you hear me now?
yeah, it's better, much better.
Okay, so in every relationship, in every marriage, in every courtship, you know, there is always going to be ups and downs. So I what Dr. Nai Kaite Wai. Did I pronounce it very well?
Just call me Black Queen, I beg. Make your life easy.
Say what?
I said, just call me Black Queen
Very
now.
much.
Make your life easy.
It seems like we have a lot of feed coming. I don't know if can someone go on
Yeah,
mute
it's
while they're
him.
not
It's him.
talking?
Remember, it's in Nigeria,
Can
so
someone go on mute when they're not talking because there's a lot of feed going in the background.
A
no,
lot
I
of
think
what?
that's the feedback.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear
I'll
you now.
translate for you. Go ahead.
Okay.
So now I need to be sure that they are hearing me. So can you hear me
It's
clearly,
some
right?
like a yeah, microphone kind of noise kind of thing.
Okay. Do you still hear the noise? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we do hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that in every relationship, in every marriage, in every courtship, there are ups and downs. So I believe that what African is trying to ask is, what are the challenges? What are the biggest challenges you faced in your marriage so far? What are the biggest challenges, the biggest fights, the biggest arguments you faced in your marriage, in your relationship, and how were you able to overcome them? You understand?
Mhm.
Okay,
So,
the challenges we were able to overcome. I think it was literally
Yeah, like
the
the
English
biggest
term, because he would say one thing in English and it could mean
uh-huh.
something totally different to me in English or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
Like
So those
what?
were the
Can you
obstacles. So,
think back
so
to an
okay, so
example?
Like
for
the language
okay,
barrier.
let me tell you this. He would call this. I call this a wallet. He said this is a purse. And I'm like, this is the
Okay.
same English, but he would call this a purse. Every time I'm bringing my purse, he would bring me this. I'm like, no, this is my wallet. This is a wallet. This is not a purse. And then he calls this a
Handbag.
handbag. This is a handbag. I've never
That's
referred
a
this as a
handbag.
handbag before in my life.
No,
Exactly. Never
that's a
You,
referred to it
handbag
as a
now.
handbag in my life.
They
Exactly.
call it purse, eh?
you call that one press.
Yeah, I call that purse.
Then I when he tell me bring press, I bring down small thing. When he tell me bring, and he say no. You see.
I'm sorry, oh. Sorry. Francis, you are muted, oh, I beg. Unmute yourself, please. Francis, unmute. He's saying something. Unmute yourself.
So challenges is sometimes
That is so
Okay,
the
funny,
language.
oh. Because you see, I saw that as a handbag, right? And she
yeah.
said,
Yeah.
so handbag, I
Can I
guess
ask
it's
a
more
question?
British influence, right?
All right.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead. You have another question.
I was asking, like, one of your biggest arguments, fights, not the challenges. You know, there are difference between a challenge and an argument. An argument means
Biggest fight.
you agree, disagree, like you kind of had this fight with this person, and you feel like you kind of had this point, you bring to this point, but you feel like,
Oh, I can tell you that. Oh, he can't talk to females because I have a
Ah,
Okay.
problem with that.
Yes,
He
thank
yes.
can't. He
you.
has
Thank you.
female
Hey,
friends.
look
I'm
at it.
like,
Look
no, we
at
don't
Francis
do
is
that,
happy.
big boo.
Oh.
Oh no.
Hey, Francis, you have started. Oh, okay. Let
You
us
can
get to it.
okay,
So,
listen, okay. It's true.
this was what I
That
was
that's the
we
most
want to know one biggest fight that had to do with a woman. Let's see
yes,
what happened. Tell it.
this was what I was
female,
expecting. So let me hear. Let's hear it. We are listening.
Okay.
okay, sometimes I can talk to this day, I can talk to maybe they are my classmates. You understand? Like
Mm-hmm.
you're from Africa. You can't see
Yeah.
your classmate and just pass like you can't talk. Or if you send a message or something, okay, hi,
Uh-huh.
how are you doing, Daniel? Then when I answer, I saw the message, it become big problem. I say,
Hey.
no, we are not, we don't have any affairs or something. That's my classmate.
Uh-huh.
Okay, ask me, okay, how are you? You understand? It's not my
Yeah, yeah.
girlfriend or something else.
But every time it's
But
not classmates, sweetheart. It's not
no, sometimes I know them. It's
because
not like my girlfriend or
one
something.
time met someone just on the street.
Yes, yes, it's true.
Why do
Like
you meet a woman on the
when
street?
you are
Why?
walking, wait, when you are walking and
Yes,
somebody says
no,
hi,
no, no. I was in the bus stop, yeah. And the girl, like, you waiting for bus, and I told the girl, no, now the bus is closed or something.
mm-hmm,
So after when she went, she tells me, okay. Then I say, oh, this is the boy you met at the bus station. Finish.
you
I didn't
gave her
say
your
anything
number.
else. Yeah, yeah, we then chase me contact, yeah. But
Shy.
no, I just said this is the you met at the bus station. I
No,
didn't say
I mean,
anything else. Also.
honestly. See, these are the things. Thank you, Francis. Mwah. See, oh, even me, my mind was not good there. This is important. So, sister, let
Oh,
me
it's
help
been
you.
such a bad now. It's problem.
Let
Oh.
me help you. See, in America, I
Okay.
think people don't trust each other.
Yeah.
You know, and
Okay.
that will damage your relationship. So it's like, we do man woman friends. It's common. You know what I'm saying? I think
No,
here
but
in
for
America,
America,
that's
I
what,
don't think they don't like men,
yeah,
woman friends.
America, you cannot
Like Ghana
befriend a
is
woman. It's like if you befriend a woman, that means eventually there's gonna be some benefits. I
but
think
you know
that's what
where
the
we come from, it's not like that, right?
Oh no, 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 not like that at
Yes.
all. So I'm trying to think
You
of
see?
a smart way, because if anybody is in your shoe,
Okay.
anybody out there, if you're in a relationship with somebody in the diaspora, this is gonna be a fight that you are going to do. So you have to find a good way to manage it.
Sorry for me. Let me give you an example. Last time we went to Walmart or
Sam.
yeah, she was
Sam's.
talking to a friend, schoolmate, with
Uh-huh.
a male, and I was just quiet, standing there waiting for her. After when
Mm-hmm.
he said he meet ask her that, okay, your husband, where is from? He's from, is he, because you know he's from, I'm from America, I don't understand like, why you talk to my woman long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
see it normal. You understand?
Yeah,
But
but
if it's
you
for
had
her,
you
I
met
don't think
for
they
you.
say it normal.
Amanda, you met
Okay,
a
but see,
friend.
my husband knows me.
No, 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 but
You
You know
should,
what I'm
then
okay,
you
saying?
if
should
you want
know.
to
Okay,
be
Then
there.
you should know him.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Not trying to like be all that, whatever, but I get picked on. I get picked on every day, or try to get picked up every day. And some of these men know that I'm married, and they still make, you know, try me or
I'm
whatever.
just
Yes,
giving
You know what I'm
yes.
saying?
okay, if you know, I'm
But
just, just example, if it's me, I talk to a woman, I know her long time, it should be okay for you?
Ah, so
Yeah, you also,
she's saying that
because this is
because
my
men try to
thing.
pick her up. So you're saying women are trying to pick him up, or he's trying to pick them
I'm
up.
not. This is a pervert. We live in a perverted world. Women do not care if you are married or you're not married. They don't
Same with
same
care.
men,
like me.
You know what I'm
same with
saying?
Yeah,
guys.
same like me. Yeah,
The world
Exactly.
is a
same like
mess.
me. Yeah, yeah, same like
Yeah,
me.
It really is.
Man is
And
more
I
it's a mess.
personally know that I'm stronger.
So let me see this though. Let's see if we can help you guys make peace about this thing, because it's gonna happen all the time. And it's so normal for us. I hadn't even thought about it, to be honest. But yeah, I think in America there's something about, when you are in a relationship and stuff like that, that there's certain things you're not supposed to do. Like take a number from another woman, even if it's for like friendship,
You
right?
can't talk to any of your classmates.
That's how they do it.
Yeah, you
But
can't
I
talk to your
think,
classmates. No,
yeah, but the
because
thing is that you have to
listen to
trust
me.
each
Listen
other.
to me. Listen to me. Relationships start emotionally before they start physically. We literally talked a year on the phone, and we only saw each other 3 times in person. The first time was less than 24 hours. The second time was for 2 weeks. The third time was for 6 days. And I literally uprooted my life. I left a job that I worked for 7 years and came and moved with him. Do you think that another woman would not come in and try to do the same thing? Emotions, you can literally get someone just off having a conversation.
Your classmates,
Your
No, I
classmate.
mean
your classmates, your
the truth of the
classmates,
matter
still
is,
classmates when you are young. That I don't even know you.
yeah, but
So I make
you
this
have
statement
to,
and say that is different, baby. Understand?
yeah. I
It's
mean,
not
for
him that I don't
us,
trust. It's the people that I don't trust. It's not him that I don't trust. It's the people that I don't
I'm
trust.
giving an example.
well, so far as I
It's
mean, this is
not
the way I
him that
look
I
at
don't
it.
trust. It's
The
the
way I
people
look
I
at
don't
it is
trust.
that you guys are young and you are doing a beautiful thing, but this will give you unnecessary stress, right? So I'm trying to figure out a good advice to go about this, because I didn't even realize, I didn't think about it, to be honest, because I have guys who are friends that I talk to, strictly. I have classmates. They send me hi and stuff on social media, and I say hi and all those things back, and I not even thought about it. How that could be a problem for somebody from the diaspora to really
I thought
understand those type of
it's
things.
American.
But I think that you have to do your best to. You've trusted him already, my sister. You've trusted him with your life, right? So, and I think he's shown his
No,
loyalty.
now I see. So I told her I don't talk to all my classmates again. I see if you don't like it, so I stop it.
And it's not about him. When I
Yeah,
don't
but
like something, he just stop
we.
doing it.
You know, that's most of our challenge starting. I thought it's normal
eh,
because I'm from Africa. But I see, okay, so you don't like this, like, talk to your classmates. They say, okay, then I have to
yeah,
stop.
but
So,
we are kind of communal type of people.
He's
So
a
when you
good
do
man,
that,
Savannah.
Something.
right? Yeah, go ahead, Francis.
Okay. I'm not talking about the marriage aspect, but I'm going to add up both the marriage aspect and the relationship aspect. You understand? Now, if you are dating someone, or you are married to someone who is your husband or who is your wife, and your husband says, "Babe, I don't like talking to this person. It doesn't make me feel secure." All you have to do is you do what your husband asks you to do, because definitely you're not going to live with that person forever. But your husband, who is telling you to stop talking to that person, is your partner, life partner, and you're gonna spend the rest of your life with your husband. So is your wife. So it goes vice versa. And another thing in marriage and relationship is that you being in love with someone doesn't necessarily stop you from having temporary feelings for people you met outside. You understand? We can't deny the fact that we can still love someone and still admire other people outside. But there is what we call how do we call it? Called commitment, faithfulness. Your partner is beautiful, your partner is handsome. There are other people who are more handsome than your partner outside. But for the fact that you've chosen this person, you'll be like, a time will come whereby this person, I'll get used to seeing him every day. I'm going to get used to seeing her every day. But I have to learn to love the person despite any challenges that comes, despite any new person that comes around. That's what keeps the marriage and the love going. That's my own theory. That's my own philosophy about it. So that's just it. And another thing is that if not talking to other people is what sustains the relationship and the marriage, I think that's what you have to be doing. Because at the end of the day, you still have your partner to live with. At the end of the day, you live in the same house with your partner. You understand?
Yeah, yeah. So in other words, what is working, right? But I'm gonna just throw this question there. I'm not. I won't say devil's advocate because I don't know the devil, and he's not my friend. He can never be my friend. So I'm just gonna say this way: how does it hurt you? Not, like I'm talking to Daniel now, right? Does it hurt you, or how is it a big deal to you that she doesn't want you to talk to old classmates and things like that?
You know, let me give you some example. You know, most of my friends, they marry Americans, they divorce because of this thing.
Because
She
of
married.
that.
No, no,
Oh,
because because no, see, control, yeah, you see
control.
by
I
control,
think
and
I think that's
especially
the
they
way the
marry
African
them and
man
bring them straight
sees.
here. They marry them, bring them straight to America. It's a big problem.
Yes, yes. I can
Yeah,
see that
especially no,
because I think they will see
they
it
will,
as a way of control.
that's how they will see it, baby. You understand?
So, mhm.
So,
So,
so what I can say, like, when they marry Americans or something, they have to tell you themselves well, because some culture is normal for we Africans, it's not normal for them. They won't understand
mhm,
you. No, no,
mhm.
no. They never
Yeah.
understand you. Like you have female friends.
How? Because
Eh,
here, when you have female friends, I
yes.
think the implication is that they score friends with benefits. Every
Yeah.
every now
Now
and
you
then,
see, eh,
every now and then,
you
you go to visit and change oil.
no, it's not that you visit them. I just told them some years I don't ever see them. Okay, like maybe since we
Eh,
finished complete school. But the years on social media, they tell you, oh, Danny, how are you? It become big problem.
okay, so my
You
sister, I'm gonna
understand?
just suggest
So
this. So I'm just gonna suggest this, right? I understand so much, and you grew up here because sometimes I hear things in America that shock you. Like, not that America is the only place, but you see America, somebody's mother will sleep with their husband or sleep with their boyfriend, all this kind of stuff. So I think when it comes to boundaries,
It
people
doesn't happen
do.
in Africa.
I mean, you go and sleep with, if your mother sleeps with your husband, that's abomination.
Yeah,
You are, you have to
because
kill a goat and all kinds of stuff. But it happens here. Somebody's mom, sometimes the mom is young when they had them, and the next thing you know, they say my husband slept with my mother. How? So I think it makes Americans more. They don't trust other folks. They don't trust anybody around their men. And I think that's also very
Well,
different.
my husband tell me I should not trust anybody.
yeah, it's in
But
the
you're the one
Bible.
who started it now.
Like I see something like Africans, something normal for us, normal for them. Something normal for them, it's not normal for us.
That's the
You
thing that we are
see?
trying to learn. So it will help with the
Yeah, yeah.
intermarriages.
So that's how it is, It's true,
The only
you can't trust anybody, you see the Bible. You
The
understand?
only thing I can say is
Some
this,
things it can never happen in Ghana, like you sleep with your wife, mother, or something, or
it's
Africa.
not
No,
possible
it's
now.
taboo. Yeah, it's
It's
taboo.
not
I mean,
possible.
it's
If it
that.
happens,
Yeah,
abomination, oh, they'll say.
yeah, it's
But this is
yeah.
what I want to say though. I want to say that we are communal people, right? I mean,
Mm,
Africans. Because if you do that, I think you will end up feeling
yeah,
isolated. And then other people, maybe his own friends and say they will say, oh, because he's with her, he thinks that he's too good to talk to us and all those things. So I think you're gonna just kind of get unnecessary tension. And not to say we say that no man is an island, right? Like right now, let me ask you, have you guys kind of found some Ghanaian community where you go if they have events and things like that that you go to?
Well, we have found a Canadian community in Tuscaloosa, but we haven't attended any of their events. Like we're on like their WhatsApp group or whatever, but we haven't
I don't
like
meet anybody there really.
attended any of their events or whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Right. The only thing I say is that I mean he has grown up in a culture that is very communal. So if
mhm.
he cuts all those ties, eventually he's gonna be very, very isolated. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mhm,
when
mhm.
so it's just a trust thing, right? When you've trusted him. I think what I say to people all the
That's
time,
it.
once you marry
That's our
somebody and you
language.
sleep, yeah, once you marry somebody and you sleep on the same bed
But
with him,
let me tell you the story.
That is true.
Let
That's
me
our
tell you
language.
the
It's
story. Let me tell
understanding.
you the
Because
story behind it.
finish.
Because we always say this all the time. It's like when I was living in the
oh, let me
USA.
mute, let me mute
I'm sorry, can you mute
Francis
yourself?
because I
Can you
can't
mute
hear. Francis,
yourself?
I'm gonna mute you, okay? Because we can't hear. Okay, go ahead
Yeah.
now.
And so it's funny because in 2018, we was in a long distance relationship. He was like, "You really trusted me." Like it was just like it was like a blind faith, blind trust. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
that threw me, I had moved to the UAE, and I think we was in either Fujairah or somewhere. And he had told somebody that we was either in Dubai or Sharjah. And I'm like, "Why did you tell them that? What are you saying?"
Okay.
But then it's funny because the counselor, because I didn't understand that, but then we went to the counselor, the Ghanaian counselor. She told us, she said, we don't tell people where our whereabouts are because of like,
You know how
Cultural,
like
African people, yeah.
witchcraft,
Yes. Yes.
things like
cultural.
that, and da 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 da. Yeah, so
Mm,
that was the
that's a
kind of
good
thing that kind of
example.
threw me for a loop. And I was just like, I
And
didn't
you like,
understand
oh
this. You're
Lord
telling me where
Jesus.
you are. Which yours like why? Like why would you do
Why
that?
are you
And,
lying?
and she
Why?
was
That is
having
so
red
confusing.
flags. She was like, this man is a liar.
What
This
you
man is
lying
a
about
liar.
it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You see, you are giving us
Yeah,
really, really
it's
good
true.
examples, and it's
It's
like there's so
true.
many cultural things that are, and there's more that are gonna
Yeah.
come. Trust me, I've lived in America for 30 years plus. Every now and then, Americans will do something, and I'm like, you know, I've lived here long enough. You should think that I know that, right? But
Yeah.
so it's gonna come up. So just whenever it comes up, I know that human beings. I don't know what these days the world has made everybody suspicious. So the red flags will come up, but then you have to talk yourself through it and just go and
Yeah.
say, hey,
After you have to explain things
yeah,
to her so she understand it. Yeah.
just call each other and
Because
say, I think the culture thing is coming up again. Why did you do this
yes,
and you didn't do
The
yes,
that?
culture, the
yes,
culture is
yes,
something. I tell everybody, married to a foreigner and then living in a foreign culture is life training on steroids.
yes.
We literally was so stressed because we lived in another
The country,
country
yeah.
and then we were from two different countries
Yes.
and we had to overcome like so many obstacles, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
in order to like really understand each
Mm-hmm.
other, and get to a place where we're like, we're okay. Okay, this is like I wrote today I wrote one day during my blog post, like I stopped focusing, on him and I started focusing on being the best version of myself and also being focused on making sure that I leave a legacy for the Asamoah dynasty. That was the most important thing for us, being the best version of myself and also
Mhm.
leaving a legacy of our namesake, the
Yeah.
Asamoah.
After this thing, like where I told my friend that okay, I'm in Dubai, why in Fujairah? After I explained to her that no, even if I'm traveling, I don't tell my mother, I don't tell anybody that I'm traveling. Before
Yeah,
when I get
it's
there,
a Ghanaian
okay,
thing.
yes.
Usually,
So after I try to explain to her, then she understand, okay, it doesn't mean I'm lying. So she was thinking that, okay, if I lie to my friend, I can lie to her, same. That's what it is.
See, oh,
You know, during
this
the
thing is
during
serious.
the
So I haven't even thought about it because I mean, it's like usually you
that's what
don't
all that yeah,
journey
that's
mercy.
what all
You
she's
know?
thinking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
like my
see.
friends like that.
I see. But
So
I'm
I
trying
let
to
her
see
know
how I
that
can
okay.
assure her. I'm trying to see how I can assure her. But let me just say this. This is what I say. When you
I'm
marry somebody,
assured.
my mom said sleeping is like dying. So when you marry somebody, yeah, because not I see somebody sleeping, people are putting like sticks in the person's mouth. They are just sleeping. You're
Yeah,
sticking bomb.
that's
So
yeah,
mama
that's
said
it,
when you
yeah.
sleep, it's like you're dying or you're dead. So when you can sleep and somebody is beside you, you might as well give them the trust. Because the thing
Yeah.
is that at that moment they can do you any harm they will do, right? But you just sleep and they're right there, they can harm you. So if you've been doing that for all these years and he has not done anything for you, just trust. Because I wouldn't want it to get to a point where he just told you some of his Ghanaian friends they got divorced. Because I think from the African mind it's like a woman is controlling me. I can't do this. They don't like to be, look at me, oh, I'm saying it now. I used to
Yes.
be married. They don't like to be
Yeah.
told you can't do this or you
Control.
shouldn't do this,
Yes.
right? And also, I just feel like
Okay.
it will cause him to be isolated. Like right now when you go to Ghana, his old friends, they're not gonna try to get closer to him because they be like, oh, he thinks that he's better because now he's married to an American or whatever. So you don't want to create that, and then to look bad on you, they'll be like, okay, she's the reason why,
Nothing
and you
wise.
don't
Yeah, yeah.
want that. So,
Yeah.
embrace. This is what I tell ladies now. If he befriends somebody, sweetie, befriend the person too,
That's a good
right?
point.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
all.
good
So
point. Yeah.
that girl that got the number because we getting people's number. Hey, then me, I'll be divorced quickly if I marry you. Because me, if I go somewhere, I look at you, I say, this person is an African. I go talk to them. What is your number? Because I like having that community around me, because you never know when we are traveling, you never know when you might be in need of somebody's help. So we try to connect. It's very, very important.
Yes.
So when
Yes.
he does
Yes.
that,
Yes.
and then
Yes.
don't feel like
Yeah.
it's not that. You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying?
That's it. Yeah.
It's really not that. Today, when you sleep, I can promise you, sleep well, sleep. Feel free because it's not that. When we do the number thing, it's creating a community around us because this is still a foreign land to us, right? Don't forget when you're in
Mhm.
Ghana, somewhere the auntie lives here, this person lives here. So we need that to feel okay. So if he cuts all those things out, honestly, it will be a lonely life for him in America.
Yes.
And, you are enough for him now, but eventually it will be too much. And you look so good together. God has blessed you to find each other. I'm just advising you as my sister, relax, really relax. You are the lady. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're a catch. And you're catching. So, just relax yourself and God has blessed you with a good man. He seems like a very good man. I don't know him. So if he
A
does something
great
bad,
man. He's an
call me.
awesome man.
If he does something bad, and the other thing that we do, I'm his sister now. So when he does something bad, you call me. You call me. So I can yell at him for you. And then you don't say anything. That's how we do it. I yell at him. And then you
But
let me.
honestly, I'm super blessed. I tell them this all the time. I was like, wow. I was like, who raised you to be like this? Was it your mom or your dad? Like, how did you
Ghanaian guys are good, honestly. Ghanaian guys okay. I know to say that Nigerian men are not good. Let me just say that the African man in his real
Yeah.
self is a good person, right? Because a lot of times they are raised and they are held responsible for their sister's well-being.
Yeah.
So that kind of give them the maternal thing or much.
Generally,
What's the word?
yeah.
Oh, the word I'm looking for is not coming. But the way they look at their sisters, you see, if you look at, ask him, if you look at, they come with their friends. If their sister look at you, they'll give him look like, I have 4 brothers. When I was growing up, I thought I would never get married. Because if any boy looked at me, my brothers are like,
You're angry.
how am I ever gonna? Because they wouldn't even let you
No, I'll
even
be
get
careful.
close to
Yeah.
me. So, it's like the idea that I'm looking out for my sister, then somebody else is looking after their sister too. You know what I'm saying? So relax on that one. At least let him do something before you think that he could do that. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I think he's just a cool guy. Try to create a sense of community, right? Yeah, he'll be okay. If he does something bad, I will yell. I will really, really give it to him more than you can give it to me. I'll just But anyway, so but I mean, I think I want to follow Francis' train of thought though, because we're advising other people to who may find themselves in your same shoe, right? So I think that in America they may say that you like flirting. I think that when a man is very, very friendly, you know what I'm saying? Because in America, when you're working with a woman, even if you look, your neck might break, because if you look, they might take your neck. I'm not saying black women in America are scary, but they don't play, right? And so, you guys are doing the right thing. You want to try to make her happy, which is great, right? But you should also do your best, right? So help him keep himself connected to his community. Otherwise, he will feel like isolated, and eventually it will be stressful, Yeah. Anyways, so but Francis asked a question. He said, "Your biggest fight." We want you to think back and think about something that you're like, "I'm gonna go sleep on the couch today," or you go and sleep on the couch.
Something that nearly ended it.
Hey,
Yeah, I think that was it. That was the text from somebody that he met. That was it. That
the
was
what?
it.
The
And
check.
I'm like, why are you giving this person your number? Yeah, that was it. That was
Okay.
the big fight. Yeah.
So, like, let's get it from your point of view or an African American perspective. What does it mean for your husband to get a number for another lady? Teach us today.
And you see, and the test is like, okay, how are you? I miss you, I love you, or something. I just say, okay. I just say hi. Only hi, yeah. I didn't say
Is
anything, but
that
I don't remember the exact words, but
yeah.
it was nothing like
She was
intimate or
like, yeah.
anything or
She picked
yeah?
yeah.
up.
So, but I wanted to tell me from your perspective as an African American woman, right? If your husband gets a phone number from another woman, what does it mean to you?
That that means he is trying to pick up another woman. Because you're
Mm,
married, your wife is at home. Why are you giving your number to another woman? Is this woman married? Does she have a spouse? Is she
mm,
single? What are
mm-hmm,
your intentions? Why do you need to give her your number? Is there business you're trying to do together? Okay, that's a separate thing if it's professional. But you
mm.
just want to be friends
Hi.
with her? Like why?
Shy. Thank you for sharing your perspective on this thing. She sounds like a lawyer. Why? 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 I jump on her side quickly. I'm like, she's gonna win this argument. I tell you, I was with her. So you didn't even think about that, right? But you see all the things that went into her mind. The moment that she saw
Yeah.
the number, it's like there's a lot of things behind it, right? So I
Mm.
mean, thank you for sharing that because as a Ghanaian woman, I think if my husband comes home and he has a number from another, I'll probably say, "Oh, is she African?" I'll probably think she's African and second. So why is she living with her husband or stuff like that? I wouldn't jump and think that's something. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that we are doing this kind of thing so you can understand it. But Francis is a drama guy. He said, "What situation came up that almost spoiled the whole love relationship? Is there anything that you can pinpoint to and remember?" Something that was too much, like was so serious that it kind of destroyed the relationship. You almost were like, I don't want to do this.
Something
I'm
that
making them think.
destroyed the something that destroyed the entire relationship. Like we're out. Shit, that was anything. I think the second year during the pandemic, that was like anything. I was wanting to divorce the whole second year. But he was like, no, divorce is not an option. But it was because like you said, you guys are very communal. Like during the pandemic, we was on lockdown, and he's like very claustrophobic. He's like, I cannot stay in this house. You know how you guys like to walk. For some reason, y'all like to be outside, like y'all like to see people. And I'm like, no, you need to stay in this house. You need to. But he was going out to be with his friends or whatever because he just can't stay in the house or whatever. I'm like, do you
Mhm.
know we're in a global pandemic? So that was the thing. I'm like him
Francis,
leaving
I'm
the house
muting
during the
you real quick,
pandemic,
okay? Because we
him
have
going
a
leaving
feedback from
him,
Francis.
him leaving the house during the global pandemic was like that. That was a really big issue. Yeah, because like you say, you guys are very communal. He wanted to see his friends, wanted to hang out with his friends. He wanted to dip his hand in the bowl with his friend and put it in his mouth and suck the foo off and all of that. Yeah. So
We Africans,
They
we
were
have a
scared of
problem.
giving
We
coronavirus
Africans, we have
now.
a problem. We love each other too much. You know what I'm saying? Corona or no corona, we are eating together.
Yeah.
And we like, have you noticed how we like to diagnose people, right? You're like, oh, they look fine. Nothing is wrong with them. You're like, wait a minute, there's corona. But yeah, I mean, that community feeling, I think, let me just tell you something. Some of the things that you just said something that's very important. I want to ask Mr. Dan, how are you feeling about, because right now you live in a house together, right? A lot of times you find yourself alone, right?
Yeah.
How is that? Because that's one feeling I don't
No,
think I got too used to it. Or you just go outside and walk, or what?
here in US here.
In the
What do you
US.
mean by alone?
Alone, no, I know be alone.
Everywhere you go somewhere, you gotta bring somebody with you.
Yeah, you know how we do. You know how we do.
Oh,
You know
that
how
was
we
the
do.
problem we first met. That was the problem we first met too. I'm like, can they say that?
Yeah, because
It's like, where are
yeah,
you going?
wife.
Let's go. And oh yeah,
Yeah,
let's talk
that's
about
another
that.
big problem.
Let's
Yeah,
really
that's
talk about
that's
that.
that's what bring the problem for this pandemic also. Because I
Yeah,
have to see my friends all the time. You see them all the time. Why you want to go out? I say no, I can't stay with you. I have to see my friends.
mm,
I can't stay. I can't stay. Oh, fine. I stay with you, but I have to see my friends too.
yeah, uh-huh.
No,
So
Yeah.
no. They have to go, but they have to go everywhere. It's like seriously, like when we before because we didn't get married to March.
So all the times complain that I love my friends more than yeah. No, obviously,
uh,
my
We were trying to get married in the UAE, and his friends were like literally accommodating us everywhere. So that way, they was
close. I'm
accommodating.
coming. 1 minute.
He's going to the restroom. They were going everywhere. We looked for an apartment. The friends going up. We just want to go in and pay the money. I was like,
hey, my
It's not
sister,
my
leave us
you.
alone. Oh. My sister, leave us
I was
alone. We
like,
do everything. We do everything together. Okay.
yeah,
When
guys.
I remember when we were young and we were girls. One
No,
person said, "Oh, I need to
no,
go pee." Oh, me too. Me
no,
too.
no,
All
no.
of a sudden, you got 12 girls going to go pee. That's how we are raised. And I'll tell you the reason why. In America, I learned, my mom came here and then she learned that babies are put in their own crib, in their own room.
Sorry.
And she's like, what? Because you don't do that. Nobody sleeps in their bed. That's why you guys are able to stay by yourself and you're okay. We, even as babies, we laying down with somebody. So that being alone thing, I still haven't gotten used to it in America. Yeah. So Americans will say, I need a space to myself or a lone space or something like that. We don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury because there's, especially when you grow up in a family home kind of thing, there's always somebody there. Whether you want to play or not, they are in your face. So I was going to ask him how he's dealing with the transition, because now in America, you're not living in a family home, right? So it's just the two of you, right? Oh, we can't hear you. I don't know what happened. And you are not muted either.
No, listen.
And I think we lost it. Okay. Can I say something? Uh-oh. Oh, no, that's Francis. Sister Ita, did you leave us or are you just listening in? Do you have a question or a comment or anything? You guys' microphone is out. I don't know why.
You should unplug it from the phone.
Okay, she said, Francis said unplug it and plug it back. See if it will work. Yeah, because we don't hear anything right now. And we are learning a lot from you. So if you are let's just, the audience who are listening, you really have to learn the culture. One thing that I would advise is that it's very, very important that you learn the culture when you're going to marry somebody because it becomes your culture.
I was
And I'm
listening
going to
everything you're saying. I was listening.
so
Yeah.
it's okay now. So these people, they are really become a couple. Oh. If one person leaves, we cannot even talk to one person. Did you guys do that on purpose? Yeah. Daniel said something. Let's see if it's working. Daniel, can you say something? Hey, this one is it magic? Only the microphone only works when the two of you are sitting there together. When only one person is not working,
Yes,
hey,
that's
this
right.
kind of love is serious love. Oh. Hey, is that serious love? Oh? Anyway, so when she comes back, I don't know. I wanted to ask you how you are dealing with, having like that a lot of space when you live in America. You find yourself, because a lot of times it's just you and your partner at home, and if they are not there, then it's you, right? How are you
Yeah.
dealing with that?
It's like it's not new for me because I live in UAE.
Oh,
Because
that's right.
you can't go and see your friends, or it's not the same like I'm in Ghana. I have many friends there, so you just stay home all
That's
the time. So
that's
it's
true.
like I say normal because I just stay home all the time, and you
I
just
see.
on your phone, internet. Yeah, so it's not new for me.
Oh, I need to set my. So I see what you are saying. I guess your situation is very different because you're a person who was traveling already, anyways, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah, I have to be in yourself. You know how abroad is not same Africa. You can go and see your friends all the time. You can go here, visit your friends. You have to
Mm.
stay from training. You have to stay home till next day. So it's I see it normal here in America. Yeah.
You already used to
All
that one
right.
because somebody coming
Yeah.
from like a communal home
Mhm.
over here will be a big transition.
Yeah.
So let's.
Yeah, he's still up.
Hey, Miss,
Mm.
you have a question or you want to
Mhm.
comment on
All
anything,
right.
Miss Eta? Okay, I just muted. Okay, at least your mic is working. So I want to ask you, what is the most challenging thing for you being married to an African American woman?
It was starting, as
The
I said,
beginning.
yeah, in the beginning, but now it's like we understand ourselves. Because some of my friends they marry African American, they divorce. So sometimes they can call me, then they say, okay, well, how is your woman? He need you to do something, this. I say, "Ah, this is normal for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because for the starting it was difficult as we start already, like you talk to your classmates and something like that. Tell me you can tell me don't talk to your friends. But I explained to her that no, if I have problem in UAE, nobody will help me. My family is not there.
Mm-hmm,
Only
mm-hmm,
my friends will help me. So I can't go to she understand me everything. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
okay, that's like it is. So now we understand ourselves.
So I'm gonna ask the same question to her. So, my dear Miss Shalonda, what is the most difficult thing for you being married to a Ghanaian man or an African man?
The most difficult thing for me being married to a Ghanaian man is what difficult?
I say
Okay.
I'm coming. Tell you this.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Communication, most definitely. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he says I'm
Bring me
coming,
my
and it
purse,
really, yeah,
wallet.
exactly. He says I'm coming. He's really mean he's going outside the house. You're not coming in the house. You're leaving the house, and I'm coming. So yeah,
So
that's
that
about.
when he's leaving, it's like, oh, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Yeah, I'm
They
coming.
are
Yeah.
doing that here in America, my brother. Change, oh.
Oh, let's have relation. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it
Tell
means
me I'm
he's
going,
going
I'm
and
going to see
coming
you next time.
soon. It's like I'm
Yes,
going and coming soon.
I come
You're
with
like, come
yes.
back.
Yeah.
Eh?
Okay, another thing is too, he's really affected by what people think. Whereas, me, I don't care. Like you said, I'm an
That's the
island.
American
I don't
way.
care. I don't care. I don't care how you think about me. I don't care how you feel about me. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But him, he's like, oh, they're gonna think I'm an evil person. This, da da da. He cares
Eh,
what people think about him. You know what I mean? So
remember,
that thing, and
it comes
me
from the
personally, I
community
feel,
living.
I feel as though it's low self-esteem, but
Ah, we are learning, oh. No,
yeah,
this is very,
because we
very
actually,
important.
we
No, I
honestly, we've done we've done a lot of counseling. We've done premarital counseling, we've
yeah.
done postmarital counseling, and it's funny because we took a test, and the counselors asked us, because they was American, they asked us, did he struggle with low self-esteem? Because he thinks he feels, he really considers what people think about him. In certain times that is okay to feel what
Okay.
people, think about you, because the Bible says a good name is better than gold. but then you shouldn't feel that way. Or that shouldn't direct your decisions on how you move in life based on particular people thinking about, because you can't help everybody. It's in You cannot help everybody. You can. Of course, we want to leave a legacy. We want to start a foundation. We want to do things in Ghana, to help people, to help, orphans, to help people that are experiencing problems with healthcare. But at this present moment, you literally gotta, pull yourself about your bootstraps. And then when you get ahead, and then you're able to bring other people along with you. But you can't do that, if there's so many people that, have their hand out. You know what I mean? And he doesn't want to be seen as a bad person.
Welcome to the life of an African.
Okay, can I give an example? Sorry, you're from Africa. So can you somebody ask you some money and you can tell the person that how can I give you my money? I know you can't do that. You find some way
You
to get.
ask them, how can I give you money?
No, not me. Her. That's
She
why I
asked.
say,
So how exactly did you say it?
so you can tell them, oh, why should I give you my money?
So
But
that's somebody asked when you were saying, why should I give you my money? Hey, Miss Shalanda.
they see you like evil, they'll see you. But for we Africans, you can have some way to tell them, oh, okay, I will give you the money later. This is what you don't
So
understand.
American people will say, so see, American person say you are lying.
He will lie.
Yes,
Lie, right? Hey, this woman is teaching us about ourselves.
This girl said this in Nigeria. Okay,
you don't want to give them.
Okay, listen, we had
You
people,
have to give them
we had
some
people,
format. Okay,
we
I'll
had people
give you.
come and clean our house or
Okay,
whatever. So this Nigerian girl to this church was going to, she asked me to come and clean our house or whatever. And I was like, no, because I said, if you clean my house and you don't do it the way I do, we won't be friends anymore or whatever. So I said, it's best that you don't clean my house or whatever. And she said, thank you for being honest. Because she said most African people will tell you, oh, we'll get back to you. Call you back, and you will never call
Ah,
because they don't
hey,
want to hurt your
hi.
feelings.
She's teaching us about ourselves. So what can I say? Yeah, you know what? I just realized that we've been talking for a while. Show should have been over, but I'm really enjoying the conversation with you. This is amazing. Honestly, you just hit on so many things, and I'm thinking. I'm really, really thinking because exactly that. I mean, most African cultures, they are very, very polite to a fault. So, like, we will get back to you, and then the person will be there waiting. Of course, you have no intention, right?
Yes.
So to
The
her, that's
Americans,
a lie.
they let
So
you
you
know the
rather
truth.
tell it,
Yes.
you rather tell it to them. Wow. Now, see, that's something you have to get used to with each other because it's in
But
us. You don't want to
it's
hurt the
true.
person's
Yeah.
feelings, right?
Yes.
But Americans tend to be very direct, you
They'll
know.
let you know.
So now you have to, because I still fight with Mama about that. Me, I've been here long enough. But me, by nature, I mean, I think maybe when you live here, you learn that you can't satisfy everybody. You know what I'm saying? And
Okay.
so you have to harden yourself to a point where, you just have to. But for the home money, my dear, it's important to just tell them, I'll get back to you. Because you don't want them to have heart attack
Yeah.
and die.
You
I'm
see, you tell
kidding.
them what you see,
So,
yeah. I'll
sometimes,
get back to you.
sometimes
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, sometimes it's good to do that, but you also have to learn situations, Daniel, when you just have to be upfront. Maybe when you are dealing with Americans, you just have to be upfront because they prefer that,
I
right?
know.
They
Yeah.
don't think of it as being rude.
Rich.
Whereas
Yes.
our people, because up to now, Mama will be like, "Oh, I said, why you have to care what people think so much? It's you, it's your life, it's your life." And then maybe I've also kind of forgotten how we were. So you just reminded me that maybe I need to take it easy on
But
Mama
this is what
because
I think, though. I'll be thinking that person will be waiting on you. They go, oh, Miss Shalanda's gonna give me the money. She said Friday she's gonna give me money, and then I don't answer the phone. You can't find
I
me. You
know.
depending
And then
on me.
it's true. And it's like a game, then you are running away. So our way is much harder. Trust me, our way is much harder, right? But
You know, this specific time, okay, I'll give you on Friday. You say, okay, I'll get back to you. You want, yeah, not get back to you. You have to understand, man. Like,
it's like when they don't get back to you that time, they don't call it anymore. It means I didn't have it. So maybe
yes,
that
yes.
maybe we understand each other when they tell us I'll get back to you. We understand it's a no.
Mhm. I will back to you saying every time. I will
You know,
tell you why should I give them money? The person will feel very bad, right?
as for that one, dear, my sister try because that one is like kicking
Oh,
somebody
my
when
wife will tell
they're
this
down.
way.
Yeah, that one, do your best to not say it again because that's very painful. Because there's no reason why you should give them your money, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that one there, please don't try it again because the person will think of you as the devil. It's like, she's so wicked.
Uh,
But that's, because
yes.
remember, in America, it's very, very individualistic. In America, everybody for themselves, God for us all. That's it. But where we come from, my dear, it comes with, unfortunately, there's good. You see how you love him? He's handsome, he's got a lot of good stuff. That part of people asking you money, my dear, is part of
Uh,
it, comes with us.
uh,
It's the life of an African immigrant because you come from
if you
a village.
can't give them, you can give some format. Okay, they will be happy. Then you tell them straight. You understand
Why
where
should
you
I
come
give it
from.
to you?
Yeah, that one they will feel bad and okay, give them format. You lie to them small. That's
Yeah.
small lie. Okay, I'll get back to you. They
Small,
will
is
feel
that
okay
small
then.
lie? Small lie. Is there such a thing as
Uh,
And this is not, and I mean, that's the thing with me. I don't believe. I think a lie is a lie, and that's the cultural thing. And so
mm-hmm,
that's something I have to learn that this is the culture. That's
mm-hmm.
why I'm learning a lot about culture. Because even when I moved to the UAE, I was so miserable like the first couple of years because I'm like, this is not the way it's done in America. This is not the way it's done in America.
Ah,
And then I finally adapted the way things were
Captain.
done in the UAE. And even when we stayed, we was vacationing in Ghana for 3 months. I finally adapted because things are just so slow. People tell you they're coming, they don't come. You know, even the service is slow at restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna
It is
accept it.
our
I'm just gonna
relationship with
accept that it's
time.
gonna be an hour. Exactly.
don't help with
That's
this now.
something that, yeah, that is something that you also, and I want to say this though. I'm so glad you mentioned marital counseling because, and I'm proud of this, my brother, because he went. You have to drag African
Oh,
man
he's so
by his
good.
feet.
I love my husband for that. Yeah.
You have
We
to
went to
drag
the
him by.
marital counseling.
Wow.
Yeah, that I respect you for that because a lot of African men, you want me to go and sit there and talk to somebody and give them my money to for what? So that one he went. I'm so proud of you, and I hope that other African men who are in America and the diaspora, I hope that they are watching. I hope they heard that. There's nothing wrong with going to talk to a third party, right? Because sometimes the person may see certain things from both sides, and then it really, really helps you look at the relationship from somebody else's point of view. I'm gonna say it, they will insult me later, but African man does not like counseling. And it helps the marriage. Trust me, it really, really helps. A lot of the guys are like, oh, they'll always say my wife is right. It's not true. If your wife is wrong, they'll find a way to tell your wife. And if you are wrong too, they'll tell you. So counselors, find a proper one. I always say that try to find somebody who has some African background so they can understand.
Yes, that
Like,
is so important.
don't
Because
go
if you
to a
go to
white
an American
woman or a white woman.
counselor,
That one
if
will
you go
not
to
work
an
out.
American counselor and they don't
Mhm.
have any background on African culture or
It
your
would not work.
specific country culture is not going to
It
work
would not
because
work
they're
at
giving
all.
you advice based on American culture. So
Yes,
that because
that
even
will
the
not
first
work.
council we had, the first council we had, they both were American. It was a couple councils. They asked, they say, so can he have multiple wives? And I was like, he's not Muslim, he's Christian. You know what I mean? So it's just
Yeah,
like they didn't know. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Because they're just going on
yeah.
based on what they've seen on TV or whatever. You know what I'm
Mhm,
saying? And so having that Ghanaian woman,
mhm,
who had lived in the U.S. for decades, she's still living in the U.S. now, but she was born in Ghana, having that Ghana background and then that American, working with Americans, knowing American women and the American culture,
mhm.
she was able to advise us accordingly.
It's very, very, very important. So if you guys are doing that, I think that's the best thing you have, it's always good for a third eye, and it's like, but I cannot go without talking about the bedroom matters.
Okay.
No, I'm
With
gonna
it.
go there now. Look at your husband's face change,
I'm
oh.
with it.
African man in bedroom matters. Hey, his face change. One time. It's like, oh no, I need to get out of here. We're talking about compatibility, right? And I'm gonna say this because I know that American culture, from what I've seen, women are very forward when it comes to sexuality, right? They can say, obey. They can say, babe, give it to me, or I want some or whatever. But I know the way we African women are raised, not all of us, of course, but a lot of African cultures, it's like the man is supposed to be the one who initiates. You initiate or nothing happens. So I'm going there. How is it with the two of you guys in terms of compatibility in the bedroom? Because a lot of times South African men, they said African women, we don't want it.
Oh, wait. I thought so. Like, when we first met, he did not hit on me. He did not try to have sex with me. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? He didn't try to have sex with me the first day we met. It was going to be a one night stand, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh, that's what you thought.
and you know the reason why we are the club or restaurant. And I touch her hair. The way you shot me, why did you touch my hair? I say,
She shouted.
So it's my okay, why? Okay, when I touch your breast, maybe you slap me.
So after that, you just kept your hand to yourself. Attention.
Yes, keep my yes.
And then
She wanted. You understand? You gotta touch me at a restaurant and he shot me. You want me to slap me?
And so after that, then she's thinking, what is wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Right?
You see the difference,
that's so funny. Oh, but I don't think this one would have tried anything anyways. I'm not in his head though. A man is a man, so let me stay out of that one. Yeah, but I know American women and the hair thing. I don't know. Well, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's American women in hair. Yeah.
I didn't know.
So does it mean that Black American men know not to touch the hair?
Yeah, I think the Black American men know not to touch the Black women hair. Yeah, exactly.
Is that something I'm learning too? That's something I'm also learning.
I know that their hair.
African woman, if you touch their hair and you pull and
toenails and this. Now I know their hair and their toenails. They don't used to play.
But
fingernails or no toenails and fingernails. Oh, okay. My toenail is done, and they like this too much. But I didn't see like Africa, like ladies see like serious, but I see here when your hair done and your toenails or fingernails done, you see like okay, you are Miss Ghana, Miss Ghana.
This is my own. Every now and then I remember I have them, then I'll put some nail polish. But it's difficult to eat fufu now with all this fingernail stuff.
Yeah.
So and my mother keep asking me the thing that bothers my mother. The biggest question she has in America is this: how do these women clean themselves? Don't ask me why. That's the only thing that concerns her. Every time she see that fingernail, she will turn to me and she will ask me. I said, I don't know.
Long.
Hi. I said, and I don't remember growing up. That's like witches are supposed to have those type of fingernails, but it's serious here. It's very, very serious. See, people take it seriously. I just want to know if any Ghanaian woman can eat fufu with the long ones. That's what I want to know. I guess they'll have to use spoons now, right? No. Yeah. So let's get some stereotypes laid down right, because I want to talk, because I know that with a lot of African men, the way, at least maybe because I'm thinking they must treat you differently, because I know African men, when they meet a Ghanaian woman, an African woman, and she's very open about sexuality, you know what they think in their head? This one is a prostitute. When it says spoiled, it means this girl is a prostitute. She's been around and stuff like that.
His mama thought I was a prostitute when she first saw me on WhatsApp.
Why? Because of the way she was dressed, or why?
Because I had on all red lipstick.
She was doing hot mama thing, and your mother is like, please don't bring her home. Culture is something else.
Sometimes problems.
Culture is something else.
He had to fight for me. He was like, Mom, she prayed more than you do. She reads
I know, right? She prays more than me.
Most time they look your appearance. They don't look. They look your appearance and judge you.
Yeah.
Some people, but it's not that the way it is.
I just love you guys. So right now, you know how we do, right? One thing you learn about us is that we always make family. Whether you like them or not, they still call you family. So you are my family. Even if you don't love me, I don't care. By force family, I call it. So I
Love
mean,
you.
honestly, thank you so much. I think everybody watching this thing have learned so much. Even me, who have been here a long time, and I looked at relationships a lot, but I've learned so much because sometimes things about you don't realize, but it's good
Mhm.
for somebody else who's outside of the culture. They can see it. Look at this thing she talk about. You say white lie. She's like, no, these people are lying. Mm. We do that a lot to spare people's feelings. It's like
Yeah,
I rather not hurt you, but then look at the other side of it, like the person is just stressed waiting for a response, right? But this picture
exactly.
has been there before we were born. It will be there before, after we die, and all that stuff. So those things are gonna be hard to change. But I think the best thing you can do for your relationship is to try to understand that. And when those things come up, don't think from your culture right away.
Definitely.
Even if you do, go back and try to look at it from his culture. What does it mean, right? And I think that is what you guys
Exactly.
have, and it's gonna make you guys very successful. And in the
Mhm.
future, I'll be calling you guys to come and help me with the show because I think that you're a good role model, and you're still in it. Happy anniversary to you guys. Happy
Thank
5
you.
Yes,
Thank
anniversary. Okay, I wasn't blessed with singing voice. Actually, I don't know. I might. But I want to just say happy anniversary to you guys. I am looking forward to
you.
hanging
Very
out with
much.
you guys in Ghana one day, right?
Yeah.
So we
Yeah.
can eat
Well, I
fufu.
do. I do Ghana trip. So anybody that want to go to Ghana in December,
Uh-huh.
reach out to me. I'm at findingshalandamichelle.com. I also do trips to UAE. We lived there for 4 years. I do trips to Dubai. So reach out to me once again. You can find all my details on all of my social media outlets. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on
She's
Facebook. I'm on
everywhere.
YouTube.
Finding
I'm
Shalanda.
everywhere. Sandy's
So
finding
find
Shalanda
her.
Michelle.
Find her. She said find her. So
Find
find her.
me.
Find
My
her.
website too.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So I wanted to ask a quick question. Have you given her a Ghanaian name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone.
What?
You know my
Oh,
first
that
name.
one
My
is
name
a
is my
marital
first
name.
name
What about
is
my first
Okay.
Afia.
If
name? It's
she born
Friday.
on Friday, so like yeah.
Yeah.
Afia.
If you're missing me, yeah, brand, because me me and cranny, so I'm a brand. Okay, because
Yeah.
you know what that means, right? So
Yeah.
it is awesome to have you guys. Francis, I want to thank you so much. I know it's early, but you love me, so you are here. Thank you. And you brought some, you really brought some things that made the conversation more.
Yeah.
We were doing sugar, but then Francis added honey to the sugar and it became
Yeah.
extra sweet, right?
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for teaching us. My door is open now. Anytime I have show, please come and share your opinion with us. We think I over here, and I think Francis agrees with me too, and some of the other people that are working on the show with me. We believe that these kind of conversations are so important because this is what our future should look like, right? And as you can
Yeah.
see, it's gonna make us much stronger because some of the things she can see that maybe we don't see we are doing, you can see some of the things that she sees she doesn't see, and that is going to make us much stronger. So I'm encouraging brothers and sisters in the diaspora. We have beautiful women in Africa, and we have beautiful men. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say beautiful men these days, you never know. They are handsome men. Oh, they are handsome men. So the sisters over here, please look that way. Let's let the love flow between the continents, and then let's get together, share our cultures. We give you back your culture, and then you update it for us, and then we keep rolling, right? So thank you so much for coming and sharing. If anybody has any comments or whatever, if you have questions how to find her, you can contact me. I'm also connected to some people who do trips to Ghana too, just like she did, and other parts to Nigeria too. I also work with Francis, is in real estate in Nigeria. If you are interested, send a message, and this is something that we are starting as new. So welcome to the family, Mr. and Mrs. Asamoah, because now we
Thank
have adopted.
you.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing your
That's my
with us.
Thank you very
Dasi.
much. Thank you.
What's the name? Midasi. You said Midasi.
Yes, my
Let me
Dasi.
let me make it hard for you since you decided to make it hard on yourself. Kemo Oyiradon. You have to say it in my
You
language.
are the- okay. Yeah.
Debbie,
Oyira.
Debbie, Debbie.
No, no,
Oyira.
no,
Yeah, I'm
no.
telling Oyi, I'm teaching you my language.
Okay.
Oyi wala yo.
So you people are oppressing me, huh?
No.
She has potential. Oh. That is why you married her. We like her. That's our wife. We have accepted you.
So Ona, they oppress me.
Oh, wait. Okay, you want teachers how to say thank you. Go ahead. Teach us how to say thank you in your language now.
Dalo.
Oh, Dalo is easy now.
Dalo.
Dalo is Igbo, right? Igbo?
Yes.
Dalo.
Dalo.
We have a lot of Nigerian friends in UAE that we made. The Redeemer Church of God is what it is, maybe? Redeemer? We went to a Redeemer church in UAE. What is Redeemer?
The Redeem Christian
Yeah,
Church.
Redeem. Yeah, we went there in UAE. Yeah.
You know our people in religion now. That was a whole different conversation another time. Don't go there.
Oh, sorry, where are you from in Accra?
Oh, he's not
Is it
me.
what?
He's not from
Yes,
Ghana. He's from Nigeria.
No, I ain't gonna do Accra.
Oh, me. Okay. I grew up in Carnation.
Carnation,
You know that area?
Yeah, I played
Carnation
Liberty
area.
before, so I stay in that one.
Good. Dansoma is on top of me there. Yeah. So I'm a Carnation girl. Oh, that is where I grew up. You know.
Oh, okay, Carnation, Ungwa, Keshi. Okay, Carnation, Asamoah,
the big markets, right? Right by the big market.
oh, okay.
Yeah. In
Okay,
the words of
Carnation, okay.
In the words of Francis, dalo to everybody. Okay.
Dalo.
We will continue talking. And for the Ghana people, you're done for watching. Good night. We'll continue.
Okay. Good night. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you again. Bye and good night. You guys are beautiful together. Okay. Keep working at it.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, Francis. And
all right, bye.
Miss Eda, I think are you still here? Good night. Francis, thank you.
Good night.